Hey guys, Phoenix here and welcome back to another review. Today we're finishing off the YouTooz Sit-In Glamrock collection, or well, the Security Breach collection really, because I'm not going to be getting any more of them. Well, I've got all of them actually, now that I think about it, but definitely the Glamrocks. And it's Glamrock Chica, who for some reason didn't come with Roxy and Monty. I said that in those reviews, but she's finally came. I've seen other people started to get her as well, and I'm really happy with her. Like, just looking at her straight away when I got her out of the packaging, I was actually more happier with her than I thought I would be. Like, I knew I'd be happy with her, but I don't know, looking at her in person and all of her features and stuff, it really made me think, wow, this is actually like a really good plush. But yeah, let's dive into all her features because she's got a lot. First off, accuracy, perfect. Like, I'm already struggling to find anything to critique. Like, it's so good. You've got the face, the huge YouTooz eyes, which are very consistent with the others, having like a big thick black outline, and then you've got obviously the pupils, which have this color and this color, and then the YouTooz eyes for like the lighting of the eye, which all of the others have. I'll show the other Glamrocks at the end. But yeah, I love that consistency. I love consistency, especially in plushes, but most of the things as well. And even with her eyes, I love this small detail here. You can actually see her eyelids there embroidered in, very, very slightly, which adds a lot, I think. But a very small detail, which is cool. You can see she's got like a face paint, like a makeup, two little marks on each side of her cheeks, and they're very, what I like is they're very like sharp. Like, they're not kind of like the Funko ones where they were just like had like rounded edges. They're very sharp, like angles. Again, embroidered, very cool on both sides, not just one like the Funko one. And kind of what Glamrock Chica gets like mistreated a lot with that kind of design, because sometimes they only do it on this side because that's what it originally was going to be. For a beak, they've done it like a V shape for like a smile. It's a very basic sort of just like classic like smiley face, but what I like that they did for the makeup is they actually, when it's connected, it actually looks like a heart shape, which, thinking about it, that might have been the intention with the model. I kind of think with the model it was just more of just a typical lipstick kind of look that you have, but for this plush, the way they've done it actually does look like it's supposed to be like a love heart, which is really cool because it fits her aesthetic. But also she has like the little dip in the middle, which kind of makes the heart. I mean, it does have that on the model, but I just never made that connection, so I don't know if that's intentional or not. And she's actually got her earrings, which is a very key part to her design, especially her head. They're just like these little bits of fabric. It's not one piece, which is obviously inaccurate, but that is not a problem. I think for the side, it gives the illusion really well. It's not a problem. The way they've like put that in the plush as well, I think is really good. It's actually just a bit of felt. They're not like actual earrings hanging off. The way they've been put in is like they wouldn't rip, or you wouldn't be able to pull them out or anything, so they're very secure, which I really like. And yeah, look really perfect hanging off there. I guess the only thing I would say is if they were a little bit bigger, but god, that is a nitpick. Like, I think really they're the kind of the right size. It's just Glamrock Chica's earrings on a model are quite big, kind of a darker color as well. I think the greens all over actually are a little bit, I don't know, maybe. In fact, no, look, I think thinking about a model, her gloves here, which I'll get onto in a bit, are this kind of green, but these I know are quite a dark green. I edited that for my Funko Chica plush, as you can see here. She's got big triangle earrings, a bit too high on the head. I could critique my own plush. I mean, I made the makeup, I went over it, made it a little bit sharper on both sides, but because of this kind of big pink like makeup around her eye here, it kind of bleeds into that. But yeah, I haven't updated in this plush for a while. You can see the lipstick's really fading. But the way that the YouTooz one have done it is like really well. Like, all of our details are there. There's nothing to be edited. Yeah, but it's just with the Funko one, obviously, because they missed out so many features, I decided to add some of them. And but I think this kind of darker green fits a lot more than the lighter green that they went with, because I just think that's more accurate. But then something I really want to talk about is on her head, you can see she's got feathers, which are actual big bits of like plush. You got the material, and they are stuffed, which is really cool, along with a little bow tie here. And I just think that's really cool, because again, just quickly with the Funko one, not to compare, again, I don't compare too much, but you can see it's literally just a single material, and they're very small, and it's kind of on the front, it doesn't really look good when it's like that, whereas with the YouTooz one, it's proper going off to the side, and you can literally angle it really however you want. Again, it's kind of hard to fit her in frame, but you can kind of do what you want with it. If you want it straight up like that, you can. but obviously her classic look is much more off to the side, to the left, and it does it really well. You know, I mean, the placement of the bow tie is slightly off. I think it should be a little bit higher, but again, a nitpick. I kind of have to nitpick with YouTooz because they do it so well. It should kind of be there. But I think the fact that they've done it there makes it look more like when you're looking at it, you can see it more. If it was up there, you wouldn't be able to see it as well, but, you know, again, whatever. Like I said, when it comes to YouTooz, I have to nitpick because there's no big critiques because they do it so well. But the head, perfect, you know. There's different ways they could have done the line for a mouth, but I think that's a good way to do it. Nothing on the back, but Glamrock Chica doesn't. So yeah, let's move on to the body. Again, in the same position as all the other Glamrocks. She's got her shoulder pads here. She's got her arms coming forward in front of her legs. Her little Glamrock bracelets, which, yeah, that's a critique actually. I think this should be a white colour. I'll get Monty actually, he's a good example. With his bracelets here, they're a lot, the balls on them are a lot thicker. Bigger, thicker, and more of like a whitish colour, whereas these for some reason are much more grey and a lot smaller, whereas obviously with the Monty one you can see them a lot more, they're a lot more prominent, whereas with Glamrock Chicas, and I think, yeah, Roxy's actually, yeah, I mean, this could just be me, but I swear Roxy and Chica have a lot more smaller balls on the bracelets, whereas Freddie and Monty have much more prominent ones. If that's a tiny detail on the Glamrocks that I'm actually missing, I'll be very surprised. But if that is true, that Monty and Freddie have them bigger and more white, and Chica and Roxy have them more small and grey, then, I mean, that's just me missing out such a tiny detail. But yeah, so let's get back into it. You can see she's got her little gloves, which again, I was going to critique the colour, but they are actually the right colour, which is a lot more light green. You can see she's got a little threads to sort of define and outline her fingers, just to give some more definition to that. And again, her bracelets aren't like stuck on. You can lift them up and stuff and move them, and they go all the way around, even to the very back where you wouldn't see them. For her body, she's got it split into 3 pieces like she does. It's kind of the yoga outfit, like the 80s yoga outfit that she's got. You can still see her neck there, which is good because Glamrock Chica does have that. You can just see her neck, and then you've got the 3-piece thing where you've got kind of a chest, a waist, and like a pelvis, or like more lower to her waist. And then that pattern just goes all around, apart from where it dips down a bit, slightly off, and you can see there the printing kind of is a bit rough towards the seam, but that's just the way the plush is made. And yeah, very small detail. Her legs, I really like the way that they did their legs. It's a lot of it. This is printed, but I think it would be better than embroidered. You can see her pattern there, basically perfect. You can't even make it look bad, to be honest. Very small because I mean the YouTooz legs are tiny. But yeah, those are her leg warmers that go like to the bottom half of her legs. Same on this side, very like mismatched colour. I've always thought with Glamrock Chica, it would be quite cool how, you know, she has her green on the left side and the pink on the right side. Imagine if, like, you know, for her head, she had this same sort of makeup pattern around her eye, but it was green this side. You know, I think it would just, I mean, I'm not sure, I'd have to see. I haven't actually seen anyone do that. Maybe I'd actually dislike it, I don't know. It's either, I think they should have 2 pink outlines for her eyes, because it kind of looks a bit mismatched that it's just on one, or have this one be pink, this one be green, and then this one be pink and this one be green, so it's like the mismatch, or this side be green, this side be pink, vice versa, whatever. I think it would just add a lot more to the design, but that is very personal preference. Like, I'm not sure whether people would agree with that. And again, I've not even seen an edit really of that, so I mean, I could look at it and think that doesn't look as good as I thought it was going to be. But considering this side is the green and this is the pink, it made me think, what if that kind of reflected on her face? You could even have the same for her earrings. What if, like, you know, because this is pink, you have this one pink because this is green, that one green. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know, kind of a thought I had. But anyway, getting back to her legs, as I was talking about. So her arm warmers only go up halfway because they do on the model. And again, because the YouTooz legs are so small, you can barely see them. But they are there, and I think when they're just sat there, you can just see them. I think that's kind of all you need. And then you've got her feet, which are just big yellow, like, plush bits. And you've got the little black outlines to define the toes on each side. Because she does have, like, 3 claws, so that would make sense, the way they've done that. On both sides. And another thing, and this is just a small thing as well, I've always thought Glamrock Chica would look a little bit better with a white tail that sticks out, just similar to kind of how her tufts are, just sticking out the back. You can imagine that. I feel like that would have looked looked a lot better. Again, that's just me giving my opinion. Nothing really to do with the plush. But yeah, you know, she's very consistent with the other Glamrocks. That's pretty much all of our features. We'll quickly do the tag as we always do. Again, the tags are like the exact same. It's all just like basically the same plush, but just fitting the Glamrocks kind of different designs. Because they're all very consistent, you know, with their proportions and the tags. Thanks for collecting me, FNaF, Glamrock Chica sit, who it was designed by, all that kind of stuff. And that little nice material there, and the fact that you can actually detach the tag and reattach it if you want to. And then the touch tag is just says YouTooz. So yeah, I don't know why she was so delayed. I don't know why she didn't come with Roxy and Monty, but that is the same for everyone else. I've seen a lot of people get Roxy and Monty a while ago, but Chica only just turned up. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter because she's here now. And yeah, that is her. Where would I rank them? Let me just get them first. Do you know what? I'm going to be completely honest, and I think the way that they've adapted the designs, I think Glamrock Chica fits the YouTooz style the most. Then probably Roxy, and obviously this is kind of the comparison here. You can see them. Then probably Roxy. I feel like they did her really well. Then with Monty and Freddy, I'm not really sure. I feel like I prefer Monty and then Freddy at the back there. And the only reason for that is, and again, me personally, the stylization of Freddy's sort of snout being very, very small and to the front, that's kind of just, that's the way it's been stylized for the YouTooz plush, right? But for me, you know, Freddy has always had such a big muzzle that takes up a big part of his face. You can see that in the Sanchi plush. That when they stylized it to be very small, like all the others, you know, you see she's got small beak, small snout, small jaw there. It fits the YouTooz plush and it is stylized, but for me, I always prefer like the Freddy plushes to have big prominent snouts, because they do on the models, and especially Glamrock Freddy as well. Especially on this artwork, like really big, and on the model as well, it is also. But it's just on this, it's very small. So this is my personal ranking with Glamrock Chica coming first. I actually don't know if I would have said that, having not seen her today, like when she arrived. But yeah, I just think she's really good. I think she fits the YouTooz style the most, especially because of her beak. Like I said, the snout is kind of where it relies to me a lot, because like even Monty's snout I think could be improved a little bit. It's very small, and I think his eye colour should be different actually, because you can barely see it. I feel like if it was a purple, that'd look really cool. But yeah, as you can see, Freddy, Roxy and Chica, and also, well, not really Monty actually, but they've all got the same eyes, like almost exactly the same, with the two colours, then the light, with the big black outlines. I think that's really cool for consistency. The only thing with Freddy is you can't see his eyelids. With the others you can see their eyelids, apart from Monty, because obviously he's an exception. But again, just a small thing, because now we're really going to the nitty gritty. But yeah, this is the Glamrock YouTooz plushies. I'll just try and rearrange them a little bit. Overall, I think this lineup of plushies is really good. I feel like they've done a really good, solid job at portraying the plushies with all the details, from like Monty's little spots on his face to like the embroidery on like Freddy's snout for his jaws and stuff, Roxy's makeup and everything, and again Chica's makeup as well with her little details on her cheeks. I feel like they've just done a really good job. And like little details like on the Funko plush are just thin materials, whereas here they've done them big, thick, actual plush parts, like Monty's mohawk, Roxy's tufts of hair at the front, and Chica's feathers at the top. I feel like they've done a really good job. And they've recently revealed and released their Ruin Wave, which includes Glamrock Bonnie. And it's not the ruined version, it's actually the fixed Glamrock Bonnie plush, which I will be getting. He's the only one I'll be getting from that wave, although I do really like Eclipse, but I'm not going to get that one. But just to kind of fully finish off the Glamrocks for the sit-in YouTooz plushies, yeah, I'm going to be getting him, and I'll review him in, I think it's, I want to say March or April 2024, so that'll be coming whenever he arrives, but I have ordered him. The only difference with him that I don't like is his arms sit outwards. They actually come out to the sides like this rather than down to the front. And although I do think that fits the plushies better, I think it would actually fit, like, you know, if it comes out at the sides, like for all these guys. It's just inconsistent with these four, you know, like when they're side by side, all four of these have their hands out in front of them, whereas Glamrock Bonnie will kind of look slightly odd with his off to the side. And like I said, I would prefer if all of these had their hands off to the side, but again, it kind of just depends. I feel like that just looks a bit more natural, although this pose kind of fits plushies a little bit better. I don't really know, I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, that's my opinion. I'm really happy with these. You can get them. Oh, can you get? No, I think you can get them. I think the original stand-in YouTooz Glamrock plushies were sold out very quickly, and the fact that they were limited time, whereas I don't think these are limited time. I just want to quickly, because something I forgot to do, is compare Glamrock Chica to her original stand-in design. I feel like they've vastly improved her design from the original. Her original face looks quite squashed, I think. I don't know, the way that they've remade them, because originally when they did the stand-in plushies, I think they all looked pretty good. Whereas now that they've done the sit-in plushies, they've taken those designs and tweaked them in areas that they look so much better, I think. And you know, especially for Chica. And because she's the last one, that's why I'm kind of rambling here at the end, because I just want to give my appreciation. They're on their store, you can get them. And yeah, the Ruin Wave is also out, which includes the Helpy, the Ruin Helpy, Ruined Eclipse, Glamrock Bonnie, the fixed version, and there's one more. Who is it? Who am I thinking of? Oh yeah, Ruined Roxy, but kind of the AR version with the green on it, which you can get. But yeah, I'm only going to be reviewing Glamrock Bonnie out of those, which will be coming next year. So thank you so much for watching. Get ready for How It Wanted to, because I'm so excited for that. I won't be doing videos on it, unfortunately, just because I don't have a VR, but I'm very excited for that. Where we'll be seeing all of these guys return eventually in it. Hopefully, we know Roxy's coming back and Glamrock Freddy, so hopefully we see Monty and Chica in there. That comes out in 2 weeks today, actually, from when I'm recording this anyway. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.